know that I'm going live a little bit early, but you know what? I was able to get set up in time. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm just going to wait for some people to get in here because I know that I am, like I said, going a little bit early, but I wanted to get in. Been dealing with some stuff today, people. Just a lot of stuff on my plate. And I know that I usually been starting right at 8 p.m. I needed like that 10 minutes, but come to find out, I really didn't need the whole 10 minutes and just thought that I would start. So if you guys are in the chat room right now, please help spread the word. Let's get some people in here because the last two nights of the Tuddle Daily Podcast live stream has been pretty goddamn good. So I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in. Here, let me give you a little bit of my view of what's going on here. I wanted to show you guys pretty cool ass sunset sky and everything. Well, really not that much, but there are some people out here fishing today, and it's been a pretty good day. I've been pretty busy, people. I've been extremely busy. And let's see. Yeah, I did hear about Elwood, and I got to tell you, I'm really sad about that because I had a couple of opportunities to meet Elwood. He would call into the show and bust my balls sometimes, but I got to tell you, he was a very gentle giant, if you know what I'm saying. And I was very sad to hear about Elwood passing away from, I think it was complications from the coronavirus, COVID-19. So I am very sad. My condolences go out to the BRN, all of his family. He was a great guy. He was a very hard worker, and I think for a lot of people that aren't taking the coronavirus seriously now. I will agree. It's the chances if you're in really good shape when it comes to the coronavirus. I mean, the chances of you dying of it are pretty bad or pretty good. That you're not going to die of it is what I'm trying to say. But this whole pandemic has become like politicized, and I just think that it just shows where we're at in our country right now. And I'm not trying to politicize Elwood's death or anything like that, but we just don't completely understand how this affects certain people, because I've even seen healthy people go through it really hard. So I didn't mean to start the show out on like a depressing note or anything like that. But like I said, my condolences go out to Elwood, the BRN, and all of his family members because, I just lost my dad. It was not because of the coronavirus or anything like that. I really don't even know. I mean, they wrote on the death certificate of natural causes, and I really don't know. I find it kind of strange that he started going downhill right after he got his second jab of the Moderna vaccine. And Elwood is the guy that worked at Bubba's Track. He was the guy that he was like the maintenance guy. He was like the utility guy that did all the stuff at Bubba Raceway Park. He was a good friend of Bubba's as well too. So, but back to my dad stuff. That's why I kind of labeled tonight's show as kind of a personal therapy session. Like for example, like I've had to step up my game. I really really have, because my dad was the patriarch of the family, and I just feel like I need to step up a little bit. Like today, for example, I went out. What up, Raymond? How are you? If you guys are in the chat room, no, 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 no. Hey, Mad Dog, no, 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 no. It kind of fits into what I wanted to talk about tonight. It has gotten easier as time has gone by since my dad has passed away. But like there's like these little things that will remind you of your loss. Like today that the coaches poll for the college football came out today. And I've talked about this a lot on my podcast, that me and my dad were the biggest University of Florida Gator football fans. My dad is from Gainesville, because a lot of people are like, "Oh, why do you root for the Gators? You didn't go there." No, my family, my dad's side of the family is from Gainesville, and that's why I ended up, supporting the Florida Gators. And even during when I was working with Bubba over in Tampa during college football seasons on the weekends, I don't know if you guys have been to Florida, but that travel between like Tampa and Volusia County, I-4 is one of the worst and most dangerous roads in the whole United States of America, and it's one of the shortest roads in the country, and more people die than any other interstate in the country. So I would travel that road on Fridays during college football season to watch the games with my pops. So I never, ever missed a game. And even if I was in Tampa and I could not make it back, I would call my dad after every single touchdown or big play. No, I understand that, T-Bone. Sorry, still kind of dealing with the COVID tongue situation. It is getting a lot better. But the coaches poll came out today, and they had Florida at number 11. And I was like, hey, I know that they lost a lot of players and stuff. They lost Kyle Pitts. They lost Kyle Trask. And I don't know. I think they kind of got a little disrespected at number 11. But you know what? That's kind of a good thing. But what really, really made me sad about the whole situation and kind of put me in a bad mood or got me depressed a little bit. Oh, the porpoises are out. I don't know if you could hear those. But it really, really that's good, T-Bone. T-Bone, what shot did you get? Did you get the Pfizer, Moderna, or the Johnson & Johnson? But yeah, my dad, I kept telling him, everybody was talking about Kyle Trask and Emory Jones, who is going to be the starting quarterback for the Gators this year. I kept telling Dad, I was like, just wait till Emory gets full time, and it just made me sad. It made me sad that my dad is never ever going to be able to see that, with the SEC accepting Oklahoma and Texas. I wish that he was around, that we could talk about that, because now that Oklahoma and Texas is coming into the SEC, Alabama and Auburn are going to move to the East. And Alabama and Florida are going to have to play every single year once Oklahoma and Texas join the SEC. And I know I'm not trying to be a sports talk show host and stuff. I'm just trying to like talk a little bit about, you know, just the things that remind me of my dad. And I've just been running nonstop. Like tomorrow morning, I got to take my mom to Orlando for her doctor's appointment. It's a follow up after her surgery. She's been having really, really bad headaches since the surgery, that she had to have that mass removed out of her jaw. And it's just, I don't know. I just feel like I am inadequate when it comes up to measuring the type of man that my dad was. Because you got to remember, my dad was out and about all the time working. He was out of town. He was an iron worker. He was one of the manliest men that I've ever met in my life. And I've always had that like complex where I felt like I was never ever gonna be able to measure up to the man that he was. Like today, I was already doing it, but I went out, I weed eated the whole yard. A lot of people always ask me, it was like, well, why don't you have a lawnmower? Well, I mean, we live at a camp where our lot sizes aren't that big, and it just doesn't make sense. Plus, the mosquitoes have been so bad with all the rain that we've been having. And, well, Mad Dog, look, I am not going to press the issue. Like, I've been really, really cool. And you know what? I said I wasn't going to talk about Bubba. If you want me to get back on Bubba's show, I don't know if the email is the same, show@btls.com, or if you're in the Twitch chat, maybe you guys can, mention it or whatever. But I'm done with it. Like, seriously, I've been trying to be as cool as possible. I've been respectful. I will say that I appreciate that Bubba and the show called me right after my dad passed away to check in on me. So I really, really do appreciate that. I don't want anybody to think that I'm saying anything bad about Bubba or anybody at the BRN, but I'm pretty much done trying. It's obvious that he's happy with the crew that he has right now. I guess that I had burned so many bridges and stuff like that that he doesn't want to take a chance on me anymore. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm done pestering him. I'm not even going to comment on that because Tyler is an amazing kid. I don't even say kid; he's an adult now. Tyler is an amazing person, so I don't think he'll be fired. I think Tyler will be responsible, and if he's anything like his dad, he will show up. He will be very reliable and responsible. Because the one thing I will say about Bubba has come in and done the radio show whenever he has been in complete pain from all of the kidney stones and all that stuff like that. So I'm not going to say anything bad about Tyler because I think it's going to work out. Good for him. I would love, hell, I've worked for my dad before. So, like, I'm not even going to comment on that. Hell, I think it's a great thing. I think it's a great thing that Tyler is getting to see his dad every single day and be able to take interest in what he's doing for a living. Hell, Tyler might be the next Bubba the Love Sponge. Who knows? So I'm not gonna like talk negative or anything about Tyler working at the BRN. I think it's a good thing. Hell, if I had my own radio show and I had a kid, fuck yeah. Because like I said, I work for my dad, so I really don't see a problem with it. So if you're in the chat room right now, if you could give me a thumbs up, hit that like button, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Do you think it was a big loss for Bubba to lose Manson, Ned, or Brent? Um, That's a hard question. Brent is an amazing producer. He knows how to drive content. But Manson is just naturally talented. So, I mean, it's kind of a toss up. I mean, if I had to go with one, I would have to say Manson. I would say Manson would be the bigger loss in my opinion. But Brent brought other things to the table. So, but if you want to hold me to it, I would have to say that Manson is definitely that. Thank you, Omar. Omar, appreciate it. Yeah, Manson 500. But back to me weed eating today. I weed eated, and because the mosquitoes have been so bad here from all the rain. And after I got done weed eating, you would not believe the amount of dragonflies. Like it was like a swarm of dragonflies around the trailer. And before you comment, I know that dragonflies eat mosquitoes, but it was crazy how many dragonflies were flying around the RV and everything, or the fifth wheel, and they were just like gobbling up. It was like a buffet of mosquitoes. So what I'm trying to say is, fuck those spray trucks that come by. Just weed eat, because a lot of the mosquitoes love to hide in the grass. And once I cut all that grass down, they had no place to hide. And the dragonflies were just coming in and massacring. It was a complete massacre when it came to the dragonflies coming through and eating all the mosquitoes and stuff. Um, if you guys get a chance, I got a new sponsor, IanHannahHomes.com. If you go to IanHannahHomes.com, if you're looking for a home in Volusia, Flagler, or Brevard, the guy I first met him because he did a lot of aerial photography for real estate people with drones and stuff, and he started his own real estate company, and he has come on board. I'm going to be running his spot for the first time on tomorrow's Tuddle Daily podcast. Make sure you check it out. I think it is a very, very good show. Charlie Alamo joined me. We got into some pretty interesting topics. So make sure you check that out. Like I said, the audio podcast has been growing every single day thanks to you guys. Just giving you an update on the two white trash gypsy ass bitches, Cynthia Nicole Greer and Dakota Barlow, the ones that basically scammed me out of like $500. That he didn't know the Hogan tape was being sold. Bubba knew exactly what he. No, no, Bubba had nothing to do with the release of the Hogan tape. That's my opinion. That is everything that I've seen. Because you got to know, from 2010 to 2020, I was there. So Bubba, he did not have anything to do with selling or doing anything with the Hogan tape. But yeah, tomorrow's show is going to be really, really good. I hope you guys check it out. Once again, if you're in the chat room, give me a thumbs up. As always, these YouTube live streams, because I can't take phone calls during the podcast. That's why I'm always giving out my email and voicemail. And if you'd like to comment on anything or leave me a voicemail, I will play it. Even if you call in and tell me how much you hate me, you can easily do that. I'm not going to talk about the ratings tampering thing. I'm just not going to do it because I was nope. You know what? I'm not saying shit. Not saying shit about that. I plead the fifth on that whole situation. So sorry. I know I always say that I'm an open book, but I'm not talking about it. I'm not doing it. Sorry. I wish I could answer that question, but I'm not a rat, not a snitch, I'm not anything like that, so I am not commenting on anything at all. Some got banned today for saying Tuddle. Wait. Oh, well, hold on. Calta is the only person that I have not repaired any bridges with, and I don't think he has any interest. And I think if I tried to, I don't even think he would accept it. It's not that I'm trying to get a job from him because I do have a potential job that I'm working on right now. So I once I know that it's signed, sealed, and delivered, I will be more than happy to talk about it then. But I mean, for a while, look, I have mixed feelings. I appreciate that Calta like employed me for a little while. I know that I left on bad terms, so like I get it. I never. I've only met Anna one time, so I really wouldn't know. Hopefully I will know something really, really soon about the new job, but we'll see. I mean, sometimes with these radio gigs, it takes a little bit of time. I don't think that I will ever be back on the Bubba Love Sponge show because the people that own Florida Man Radio JVC are not very happy with me, and I get it. I get it. I'm not mad at Bubba. I'm not mad at anybody for any of that stuff. See, you guys got me back into talking about Bubba again, and I'm just not gonna badmouth him. Like I said, Bubba has done a lot for me when it comes to radio. He gave me some great opportunities. So I'm not going to say anything bad about him. I know that in the past, whenever I've left his show or I've been fired, I've motherfucked him, and I'm just not gonna do it anymore. So I'm just not gonna do it. You're not gonna like goat me into saying bad things about Bubba. Um, one of the things that I did start, because a lot of people have emailed and said that they don't like to use PayPal. You know, like the whole taking care of your life when they ask you, you made it where they were feel you were a liability ever be allowed back. I don't know. I mean, I kind of sort of was a liability at the time. But I got sidetracked there. A lot of people don't like to use PayPal. And I don't see because I'm still waiting. You know, like I applied for monetization on YouTube, and there was a lot of copywritten stuff on my page. I had to get rid of that stuff. So you guys are not allowed to super chat. Like if I was doing this right now, you guys could donate money to me, but I can't do that right now because I had to wait a month for to renew for the monetization so you guys could donate. A lot of people don't want to use PayPal, but if you guys have Cash App, I created a Cash App account. If you just search Tuddle on the radio, Tuddle on the radio, you can easily donate. Hell, like I said, I write every single person back and thank them. So if you'd like to help me out, because once I get all these white trash gypsy bitches that stole the money from me out of the shed, I'm going to be building a studio. So my plan is, this is my plan. I'm going to start doing a 2-hour live stream every day. And then I'm going to take that live stream and I'm going to take the audio, and that's going to be my podcast every single day. Because I want to be able to interact. I'm going to get internet here. I'll be able to take phone calls, do all of that great stuff because I'm wanting to take what I'm doing right now at the moment to the next level for you guys. Because I think I owe it to you. I think I owe it to you guys as supporters to be able to just step up my game because you guys, I've said this time in and time out. Everything that I've ever tried to do online, I've had a terrestrial radio platform to be able to promote stuff on, and that's what I'm going to do. And I would like to hear from you because I don't want to compete with Bubba. I don't want to compete with Cluster F. What would be the best time for you guys if I did like afternoon drive? Like if I did afternoon drive, like maybe like 3 to 5 or 5 to 7. I don't know. I would like to hear from you guys. You guys can email me, Tuddle@gmail.com, or you can leave me a voicemail, 407-270-3044. Once again, that is 407-270-3044. What happened with Janessa on the show? 3 to 5. I really do think 3 to 5 might be afternoon drive, so I'm not competing with any of my former shows and stuff. I think 3 to 5 or maybe even 5 to 7, so I could get that anytime that I'm retired. Well, I mean, look, I'm not one of those hosts or people that are putting out content that think, oh, I know better than you guys. Dude, I emailed you years ago and still no response. Well, hey, maybe it went to my junk mail. I don't know. Dude, email me, Tuddle@gmail. Let's see. Because if you email me right now, as soon as I get done with this live show, I will respond to you immediately. So let's test it out. Email me, Tuddle@gmail.com. And I got a lot of things I still have to do tonight, wrap up. I got to make sure that my mom's okay, make sure she's feeling okay. But make sure you check out the Tuddle Daily Podcast. It is available on all podcast platforms. If you'd like to donate, there's 2 ways you can do that. PayPal.me. Tuddle@gmail.com. Just email me and I will reply. I promise you, Mad Dog. Email me right now and I will reply. But there's 2 ways if you'd like to donate. Help me get my studio up and running. PayPal.me/Tuddle on the radio. Or if you have the Cash App, I know that's redundant, Cash App, just search Tuddle on the radio, and it's got my profile picture, bio, all that good stuff, so you know it's me. What happened with Janessa? Janessa just, I don't think she liked getting up that early in the morning, so I think that was one of the big problems why Janessa is no longer on the Bubba Love Sponge show. And they're on good terms, so I don't want anybody to think that it was a bad breakup. It's not. But I want to appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight to tonight's live stream. I promise you they're going to get longer and longer and longer. If I can get this studio built up, I'll be able to start doing the 2-hour live stream every single day. I would like to hear your feedback. Do you like that idea? Or do you like the way things are right now? Tuddle@gmail.com or leave me a voicemail, 407-270-3044. And don't forget how you can donate, paypal.me/Tuddle on the radio or Cash App Tuddle on the radio. Want to thank every single one of you guys. Love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow.